I knocked him out of the ring. I was gonna, like, get close and then catch the moment on, you know, on camera, as it were. You know, I felt like this was gonna be the one. I had a very strong opening round with that it felt like was gonna make the difference. And then I just did my spinny helicopter move and it knocked him over the edge. But he's dead now. And I'm happy-ish. I even had one unit left, look. After all that. I've got no fucking... You don't even get a line. Alright. I guess that's just that then. I've got no clue who you were. And I fucking refuse to look it up. Well, it happens to work out that the fast units are the ones who got taken out of the equation, so it makes sense that I would send you round here. Right, now we're doing actual wars. What's going on here? Just the two of you with your reserve offence up. And down here, any movement? None to speak of. Alright, it's all finally moving. We're actually doing a game now. Before I loom at you gloomily, you shall tell me your most sordid secrets. All three of us over here. Near a church, maybe? A mausoleum? Who can say? Bring me the town planner. I need him to plan the town. Now, yes, I thought since canonically I've now received this blade, maybe now it's time. It'd be nice if it could work out that way. It's not a character I've ever used, but that doesn't appear to matter, because I'm crap anyway. You're going to continue to take me into the sky. I can swish though as well. I'm the only one here who's not benefited from the levelling up that comes with bashing your head in a brick wall 700 times. Doesn't help that he's always like the first one to go in as well, and so he'll be like the first to die in any given fight that we're underleveled for. Sometimes that's just how it goes, you know? You charge. Nobody's falling for my charges today. Was the first move even anything? You looked like you were doing one. But hey, finally applied that as intended. That's the move that broke nations, look at that! And I've got long arms and long legs, and I'm very long in general. People look at me sometimes and they say, someone's extended this man! As you can hear, they're a bit from the north. They're slightly from the north. Just a fragment of them, one of their bones. We'll never know which one for sure. It's not, doesn't narrow it down a lot, does it? There's like I think it's over 300 in an infant, and then it's in like the high 200s for an adult, but I'm not a boneologist. You'd have to ask Grumbly Bonesmith, the person who makes bones for a living. Bones Ho, the person who sees bones at a distance and calls them out, might know. I mean, they mostly just identify bones rather than like, you know, I can look at a bone and tell you it's a bone. That doesn't mean much. I'll be the first to admit some of my knowledge doesn't count for a great deal. You know, the fact that I can identify bones is not proof of me as a bone expert. But, you know, I still got the job at the bone factory because I lied in the interview. When I came to them, they were desperate. They were like, nobody's even heard of bones. We need you to stop this from being true. And I did. But little did they know the cost. I could absolutely have walked down here. And I shall. You shall begin work on that. And then I might send not a lizard down here to deal with Nightmare. That'll be some levels for you. And over here we have Chetley's Wet Herald. Who's holding an axe? That's just a soldier. wearing armour we have yet to see anyone in this empire wear. I don't know what's I've definitely said this before, I don't know what's going on with this whole continent. There doesn't seem like... There is no culture. It's just a mishmash of people who fight. No wonder they're having such troublesome and confusing wars. Nobody really knows anything other than how to stab. Alright, well, there's a saint here. And I shall be victorious over you! No, the saints, when the saints go marching in, they drop coins! Oh, the money that all the saints drop when they march is why they don't usually join in the parade. You know, it's fair. You've got to look after the coins in your pocket. You can't always join the festivities. Oh, you're really swishing a lot. And I wish I had an answer. I wish I had a retort. But alas, 'twas not to be. Brenda can knock you downstairs, though. She's got a long pole that she just uses for that. A specialised stair knocker's pole. Alright? And she can use that for knocking you downstairs, but it doesn't prohibit her, strictly, from using it for anything else. She could poke a wombat with one of those. It'd be mean. Very mean-spirited, but then again, so's knocking you down the stairs, I suppose. I feel worse about doing it to a wombat than I do you, because the wombat wouldn't understand why. Whereas you, I feel like, know what you did to earn my wrath. The wombat's not to blame. And that's why I cannot condone the addition of wombat blaming as an Olympic sport.
Well, that's certainly
Okay, this means we own this location now. I can fortify it, and then hopefully we'll respawn here, because he's at least come into contact with this building, and then I don't have to run him all the way back round. And then up here, it's tea time for the Tearful 5. And we've got to decide what that means before it's too late, really, to do much of anything about it. Have I moved the same person twice? Let's find out. No, there's definitely a horse going. When the horse... Oh, hello. You just sort of came out to say, how'd you do? Curious. A horse? I have to punch one of these. It's the last activity left on my violence bingo card. You won't win the grand prize yet. You think you know more than me about bingo? Let me tell you a tale of the time the Bingo brothers tried to best me in a game of wits. It was bingo, oddly enough. I don't know if I'd say it was really wit-based. You just have to hope the numbers come up. But did you know that if your mind is powerful enough, you can rig the tombola with psychic powers? Yes. And knowing that there's not really anything we can do to prevent this, it's sort of been embraced as being part of the game now. For high-level play. None of that knowledge protected me. Well, now you face the wrath of... and his lovely blades. And he'll maybe do... like, he was doing weirdly not great against... I've already forgotten his name. Is that bloody nothing of a person, and they just made him level 99 for no damn reason. But I shall win. Hopefully this time, because I've got legs. Look, there's a kick I can do. Is something else. No, there's jump. That was almost a loss, even, and I can't understand why. We're reaching the state. Why do you came out to fight me? Weird. Were you maybe hoping I wouldn't notice you'd engaged me outside of the building, and so you'd sort of be able to run my health down while I thought I was fighting brick and mortar? Well, goodbye, I guess. Here's a character trait I'll bet you never knew I had. I'm terrified of stepladders. That's increased the stakes of the narrative, hasn't it? There's going to be a giant stepladder in a minute, and he's the Emperor. Paralysis glue. You just throw in a bunch of... all your attacks would have been unblockable if you'd stayed in the building. What a weirdo. I'm going to have a mad struggle over here later. I'm very deliberately holding off advancing you towards Nightmare because I said he was going to do it. And I want to commit to that. But I'm waiting for him to finish up here as well at the same time. Does Madam Bonk want to have a mad struggle in the meantime? Madam Bonk can have a mad struggle meantime. It's nothing, there's no law against it. Right, we've got questions to ask about your yogurt making process now. I'm going to commence the yogurt auditing with both prongs of this blade, and you are gonna fight me. How'd you like that? How'd you like that with your trousers on and your bread bin half full? Do you need more bread? We don't know that the bread fin's half full of bread fin. It's just a very bad fish. Just an unlucky fish who gets that. Tortured is the fish with a fin of bread. It just gets very soggy and winds up dead. Oh, shit. Shit for Christmas. The worst present. Don't want to blame anyone directly for it, but I feel like Mumbo pull up and he might have had a hand in it. Oh, you know what? I'm sick of waiting. My patience has been warped. You alright? You alright there, my friend? Now, be you mineral or foe, I will not tolerate a second defeat. Which is why the... Oh, God, no! There's just a lot going on now. You were in the end game, they decided let's make them paralyze you with glue. That's sort of what glue might do if they stuck you to absolutely everything. Just stuck your arms together, now you live in a pit with 2 pigs, an ostrich, and the goat warrior. The goat warrior himself is human, but he wears a goat mask. A normal goat couldn't wield a Zweihander, certainly not that well. You've got to become a penguin. Alright, that's the curse that I just put on you. You have to fulfill it consciously. It's not great design. I'd like to swap it for a better curse. But that's the curse that I got. You know, you take what you can get, don't you? When you're hexing on a budget. No hexadecimal! I shall crash down upon you with the untamed fury of 1,000 yodelers. As soon as I become capable of fulfilling that threat. Well, you know what? Because everything's level 3, at least you're respawning in time. You could do with... You go and reinforce the bonk. Let's move against you when we've got slightly more people going. Oh no. Give him a drink! Bring to him your mineraled water! This is sort of a weird place to fight you. Interesting choice. Speaking of interesting choices, I'm gonna fight you with this. Do you scared of me? Might you be a poisonous eel, a poisonous serpent, a poisonous king? There must be a reason for all the poison, hmm? You just gave up on that attack. Fair enough. I'm glad, I'm just confused. You seemed really into it just now. Just now when the bell rang, you said funky funky foo, and we don't know what that meant really. But we'll figure it out in time. We'll figure it out before the next gong is rung. Oh, you just poisoned me to death. Well, that feels a bit sucky. I could have won against you and like gotten the levels, which was the whole point. But I don't want to lose deliberately with Cromfrey. I think Cromfrey is next. Did I bring Cromfrey here? Yeah, I did. And he didn't need this, you see, but he's gonna do it effortlessly, more or less. God damn it. So, like, those are some wildly disparate character stats. Are some builds just not viable? Hee hee hoo hoo. You can see the shadow that lies in you. Okay, let's find out what a mad struggle's all about. And then we will win. I hope. I don't want to be stuck here for another episode, really. I want to move on. We're almost at the end. Is it 20 chapters exactly? Curious. Ah. And what do you have to say about how mad the struggles are? I seem to have slid towards you more than I was intending. I don't see anything all that mad happening. Just seems to be an ordinary fight. I don't know what else could possibly be going on. Doesn't seem to be a tremendous amount under the hood of this one. But I'll take your word that the tea ceremony's about to begin. And I'll prepare for it by just being upset. Oh, stop. Stop. You don't realise the folly of what you do. You don't realise how upsetting it is to look at an economy class flight. There was no rest of that sentence. It just ended life as just a classist statement. I mean, I've sent them both up there now. It's gonna take so long for him to turn around. Alright, you can have a crack at this. I don't know what Mad Struggle did, but there's a chance you'll survive it. Can you even be claimed? Well, can you? Oh, that's embarrassing. Alright, let me get you then. I won't, I bet! I think it won't happen. I don't like that fact, but there's little I can do to change it. Ooh, I chopped your legs out of the air. You don't have any feetsies now. Ho-ho. Stop ducking under my arms every time I try and give you a nice hug. It's an ordinary one, it's not a weaponized one. A snuggle fight! As I sit before you, boring and creased. A crumpled pamphlet about algebra. Go home today! Go the warfare! Come on, let's grow a rose in your honour and let it be the end. As soon as the flower garden comes to bloom, you will perish. You'll meet your end. Come on, clap, click, clip, click, clicky, clap, 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 clappy, clap, clap. Let me do a thing. Ah, oh, that's so like you, isn't it? Lardy fucking dar, I'm over here stabbing your toes with my lightning powers. Well, boo to you. I'm gonna take your neck home in chunks. And finish the rest when I'm bored later after watching 7 Up. Just stare at a bottle of it, waiting for something to happen, something to justify my choice. Never comes. The folly of doubling down. The servants of the wormhole must unite to quell my rage. And you just have another ordinary soldier in there with you. Brilliant. We've had soldier statues flanking the gates as well. I'm just stimming by pressing the zoom buttons, and it's leading to bad camera view time. There's a funny Griffin Pegasus on the archway. There's a Pegasus on the Arc de Triomphe again. Did something just happen to me when I tried to guard? Is that what Mad Struggle is? Have I just not been guarding this whole time, demonstrating that I'm bad at the game for other reasons? Right, I think I'm switching away from that again. God fucking damn it. And the warrior, with his golden eyes, and his 1,000-yard stare, and his massive gold-plated nipples. One of these has got to do. I clashed against you. It's a mad struggle, truly. I don't like the fan has no effects that like get me back. There's one fan that like recovers health, but it's like the least effective version of the health recovering thing. Atrophy now, just wither away before my eyes. It will make up for all the times you stole the cream. I know it was you. You kept leaving calling cards that said I'm this fucker. Philine. Philine the cream thief. Let's see if you're worthy of the name of Britain's tallest monk. You're barely farther away from me than you... Oh. Incomprehensible, the momentum there. If you want me to be blunt with you, this is not altogether entertaining. I'd like you to cease. How do you have more range than I do with this long axe? I'm the long axe of the wax! Yes! It's always a lizard who does it. Tearful return of the fringe children. Might benefit us, actually. So what if I just go... I like need the levels the least is the only thing. But I'm just done. I just very much don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, you know, but maybe things being what they are, putting lots of points into the one guy who's getting results right now might not be the worst idea. I went sideways a lot about that. Don't you think that's pretty much ideal? You know what, it really doesn't seem to matter with you at all. I'm going with the narrative. I'm going with the narrative and you're gonna bloody like it. These are just some fellows anyway. It's not like it's not like me to deliver anything I can't. I've figured out how one twiddle goes and another begins and another one goes and another one sings. But now it's on you to figure out the difference between all 6 of what I just said. I didn't even say 6 things, that's the trick. You died knowing that. Bring to me my next challenger, who's not on the path seemingly. He's just stood next to it, waiting for you to get close enough for him to poke. I'll poke you with my spear, and then I'll be the mightiest among those who are left. Bring to... Oh god, the everything button went off. The everything button has gone off. It's worrying. It's worrying, but it's flavourful. Much like... problem pie. I don't fucking know. Right, there's no chest-high walls left in the cabinet office to save you. I'll go for these ones, because they need the stats. What will you have to say for yourself? The door's actually relatively the right size this time. The windows absolutely aren't. But there you go. The door takes up 2 floors worth of space. Your super deformed anguish citadel is really troubling me. So, are you gonna reveal whether this was your ultimate plan or the consolation prize now? I want to understand your machinations. I'm trying really hard. You're giving me very little. You're just gonna start me off with the ordinary one who's with you? Yeah. Do I get a cutscene with you though? This is on fire a lot. Look at that. All the meteorites. The meteorites of war would be wise to ignore. That didn't. That did. Aha. Oh, I went away. I went away, but then I didn't. Wow, just an ordinary soldier. That's not great. The sausage chamber returns for me. And it will return for you as well. You get away from everything. Don't touch any individual objects. Alright. There, I did a front flip. To reiterate my earlier point. Okay, Chester, what's the... No, you just got white hair now, and no, nothing else. Nothing else. You're a sword master, but that's all. You thought being in the sky would... Oh, heck. Maybe being in the sky would. With a keen eye and a feather boa, the Muesli sisters run away. You won't catch them, they're too quick. Alright, it's all the muesli, it makes you fast. One of the lesser known benefits. Whee! Oh, it caught you on the back end and flung you back in the way of the arena. I don't mind admitting to you, this is rough. But I will ultimately prevail because I have the calendar. Alright, I know what all the dates are in the world. Alright, you only know about 3 of them, I bet. Oh, you're not even gonna die completely off that. There you go. No one defies one of the big cats of the kingdom for long. Now, context? No, nothing? You just... No. No, actually. Haha. It's a shame. And now, what do you, Nothing? There's not, like, character-specific cutscenes, is there? I wouldn't, like, have to have... Oh, there we go. Good grief. Words to live by. Okay, so I think the next chapter's the last one, and that seems like it's going to be its own bloody episode, despite everything. So I shall see you next time for the finale, it seems like. Thank you for watching. See you then. Fucking hell.